that she's doing because you want to feel good about yourself. You want to feel confident about who you are and confident in your physical appearance, because your physical it reflects your internal reflects your external, but you have to work on both to feel good about yourself, right? So she probably feels that you're working on this as well, where you're yeah, you're focused on your health, your mental health and your physical health, and you don't want to come back into alignment until you get to that place, right? So yeah, she's been working on her health to make sure that she gets into a place where she's mentally stable and feels good about herself and gains that self-love before she comes into a relationship with you or anyone. So she wants to be good for you and for herself, so that like you two are growing together and motivating each other and just pouring love into one another. But she can't do that unless she feels in a place where she's mentally stable and physically feels good about herself too, right? But it's more like mental stability, which she's getting to that place. And by her taking the courage to work on those things and having discipline and having patience, that it's going to happen in divine timing. And she feels like you're probably doing the same, getting to a mental place and taking care of yourself and feeling physically good, so that you can pour into her and not be dealing with shadow work and shadows that are surfacing while you're in this nurturing relationship, right? Like, you want to be good and she wants to be good, so that you pour into each other and the relationship is not toxic. So I'm just going to pull 3 more. I talked a lot for those other ones. I feel like it's like 20 minutes. I always go like long for 3 cards because like that's what comes out, like that's the depth. Okay, these 2. Okay, oh, this is good. And 1 more. Let's see, what's the last card that wants to come out? Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna take that one because that one was sticking out. Hold on. So again, acceptance, the same thing that came off with the masculine is coming off the feminine. So she's accepting that this connection, she's accepting the things that she's learning to accept the things I cannot change. So she's learning to accept the past mistakes that she's made within this connection, within her life. She's learning to accept it. It happened for a reason. It was divinely orchestrated. She's realizing that everything happened to get her to a place where she's at today. And she's learning to accept those things and move forward. Accept that whatever happened within this connection sent you guys both on your spiritual growth. And if you guys had stayed together, then the relationship would have became toxic, because you needed to work on this health, right? Mental and physical health, so that you could get into a place where you were healthy for each other, right? So she's accepting the things, even though she might feel like she'll feel guilt and shame and blame, and all of these things might come up to the surface sometimes, but she always gets back to a place where she's accepting that like things need to happen for a reason, and you guys just weren't meant to align in that timing. And she's accepting all the things that led her up to this place was meant to happen, so that she could be on the spiritual growth and be a service to this world. So she's feeling these 2 cards were the exact same as you guys. Patience and acceptance. That's amazing that you guys both have that. That you're trusting in both of you guys are trusting in that that everything happens in divine timing. Your health and getting to mental stability, physical stability is in divine timing, and this connection parting was in divine order, and it'll come back in divine order. So, and you're accepting that. You're surrendering and you're accepting that when you feel ready, when you will reach out to her, and she's accepting that when you feel ready, you will reach out to her. And then friendship was under patience. So she wants to take this connection slow. She doesn't want to rush it. She doesn't want to go to 0 to 100 of what you guys did before. She has the patience that this connection is going to need patience to build back the trust, to get to know each other, to really take the time to see if there is a strong compatibility. She feels there's compatibility with you guys, but she really wants to take the time to get to know you on a friendship level where you guys are best friends before taking it to the next level. So it says, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So even this connection coming into fruition, you guys came for a reason, to show each other what love felt like, to show each other what it was to be. So she wants to get to a place where she takes it slow, where you guys build a friendship first, where you really get to know each other, where you don't rush. And I know the chemistry is probably insane and intense between the two of you. So being in proximity, that's hard to not want to be intimate with one another. But she wants to take it slow and really get to know each other and see if the compatibility is as strong as it was in the beginning. You guys were building a compatibility with each other, but you hadn't really gotten to know each other on a deeper level. You got to know some things, but it was such a short-lived romance probably that you didn't get that time to really get to know each other on a deeper level. And she wants to build that friendship so that trust is built, where you guys understand each other on a friendship level so that you can rebuild the trust between each other. And yeah, friendship is how this relationship is going to flourish if you guys build a friendship first and don't just rush into it. And imagination. So I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. So she's probably still imagining the future with you guys, imagining how it could be, imagining like even building a friendship with you, imagining that, how you guys could be playful with each other, be there for each other, be each other's safe space, you know, allow each other to be your authentic self, open up to each other, be vulnerable with each other. So she's imagining how it could be if you guys reconnect with each other. And she's also imagining what the future could look like with you guys and in her own life, like how you guys could change the world together, how you guys could be of service to this world, how you guys could impact this world in a positive way. So she's imagining it all. And in her own life, her imagination is how she's servicing this world, her passion, her creation. She's a creative soul, and her imagination is what leads her to create and be of service to this world, what allows her to trust in the divine. And yeah, her imagination is how she sees this connection. Her highest self sees how this connection could be if you guys work on getting to a place where you're mentally healthy, you know, where you feel good about yourselves, where you guys have self-love first, so you don't get into a codependent relationship. And that's why friendship is so important, so you guys don't have codependence on each other. But I think the both of you guys are want to be impulsive and want to come back together, but you're having the patience to, and she's trusting that you're working on yourself and you're taking the time that you need to get to that place where you feel healthy, right? And even though she wants to be back in connection with you just to build this friendship, just to get to know each other, like this time apart is like, oh, we're not even getting to know each other anymore. So she wants to come back to line, but that friendship could only be built when you guys are both in a healthy mindset and a good place and feeling good about yourselves. So, and healing past trauma and healing whatever issues that you had before that needs to be healed, right? If communication was the issue, she's working on being more effective, working on her communication skills and having patience. So yeah, like that's how the emotions of the Divine Feminine are at the moment, and that's how the emotions are towards you. So I hope this helped, Divine Masculine. You understand it, even though in the start of this video I was talking as the Divine Feminine and how she was feeling. It's the message for how the emotions are for the Divine Feminine in her life and how she's feeling towards the Divine Masculine. So I switched from first to third person. But yeah, anyways, I hope this message helped, and sending you protection through my owls and spirit guides.